What's going on, guys? It's Craig with Tech 360, and today I'm going to show you how to clean plastic lenses. Alright guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get into it. So there is a Facebook group that I was going to make this video for specifically. This is going to apply to Lightbar lenses, anything plastic. It will not work on glass. Anything plastic will work. I've also got another video as well on how to clean headlights that are plastic, tail lights that are plastic, anything like that that's plastic you can do this with. Now, I've seen different methods on how to clean these, and some people they've done toothpaste. Oh man, you can do toothpaste and you can do bug spray, you can do all these different things. I've seen and heard it, a lot of them. But this is a way that I've done it for years. I used to buy these MX7000s, man. I used to sell them like hotcakes, man. I used to ship them all over the U.S. before eBay kind of got strict on the rules, and you can't ship a lot of things anymore. So whether it be where I was shipping these, I was cleaning vector bars, I was shipping those all over the place. And let me tell you, vector bars are not easy to make a box for and ship. Now, I think to ship a vector bar used to cost me about $50, $55, I think it was to ship those, because they were just so awkward. Anyways, so I'm going to show you guys how to clean these. I'm going to show you what you're going to need and how to do it. I'm going to show you guys step by step how to do it. Let's get into it. Alright, so you're going to need three things. You're going to need water. You're going to need some 1000 grit, or this one's P600. You can pretty much, I wouldn't go, if you can keep it at 1000, that'd be great. The finer the better. This is wet sanding paper. You can get it at O'Reilly's, you can get it at AutoZone, you may even be able to get it at Walmart. I'm not 100% sure, but if you can stick with 1000, that'd be great. This one is actually P600, which is a little bit grittier. And keep in mind, if you're when you use this stuff, the grittier the paper, you're going to leave lines and grooves in these lenses, and you don't want to do that. So like I said, stick with 1000 and you'll be fine. And then you can go to the AutoZone or O'Reilly's and get you a can of Duplicolor. You can do acrylic lacquer, or I use acrylic enamel usually. I'm out of acrylic enamel, so all I got is acrylic lacquer. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to wet sand. We're going to wet sand these lenses down. We're going to basically get the paper wet, we're going to get the lens wet, and we're going to sand and sand and sand. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it and what to look for to know to where you don't sand too far and damage the lens. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, so I'm going to use the sink just because I don't really have like a water trough or a big bucket readily available. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to basically just bring your lens over like this one. It's pretty nasty. It's been sitting outside. It's dusty. It's funky. So we're going to see if we can't change that. So first thing what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to rinse it off. You're just going to kind of just lightly get all your dust off. Anything kind of big. Just kind of generally clean it. Alright, now once you do that, I'm gonna, we're gonna start with it this way. I'm gonna kind of turn the water on. I'm gonna kind of leave it kind of warm. And then we're gonna take this wet sanding paper here, and we're just gonna basically go in, and you just want to start a pattern with it. You don't want to really stand all kinds of different ways and all kinds of crazy. Just kind of find your little rhythm, good little smooth pattern. Like me, I usually go down at an angle. And then as we come around, I'll show you some things to look for to let you know that you've gotten through all the fogginess and all the grime, and let you know that you are actually down to the lens itself. So as you see it right now, we're gonna sand. Okay. Now you see where it's kind of, see that brown milky right there? It's kind of nasty, kind of funky, kind of tan milky. Okay, so as you're sanding and you see that, that means you still have sanding to do. It means you got more sanding, more sanding, more sanding. Now the key is to keep water on it. You just keep going back adding water. You want to sand and sand and sand and sand. Like I said, just find you a good little rhythm. You're going to sand and sand and sand and sand. Now, if you look at it, all that buildup now is starting to turn white. Let's see if I can get it going here. And see, now that it's turning white, that means now you're down to the lens itself. You've got all the basically your grime off of there, and the road grime and all the dirt and everything that's on it that's making it foggy and nasty. You pretty much got it all off of there now. So we're going to move on. And I'm going to keep sanding this, and I'm going to try to speed this up for you guys so you don't have to sit and watch the whole thing, and hopefully you'll just get the gist of it. Alright, so now that's all done. Got everything sanded. Now we're going to rinse it off again real good. Just kind of run your hands over it. Try to knock any of that stuff off. Anything clumpy, chunky, or anything you may have sanded off that you do not want. Put in the clear. Now on these in particular, they've got these little notches where the clips go that hold it to the light bar. I usually just take a little brush, just kind of go in there and do like that, because if you don't, usually a lot of dirt and stuff's always in there, and you don't want to clear these lenses and have a bunch of dirt in there. So I just kind of take them just like that. Usually gets everything out. Boop. Don't tell my old lady I did that. She will scream at me. And then, so then, do that. And we're going to take we'll get just a regular rag here. Rag. I'm just going to wipe it off here. Now you want to make sure whatever rag you have doesn't have any kind of oil or grease or anything like that on it. Because if you get anything like that on this lens, and you go to spray that clear, it's going to fisheye. And basically what it means, what fisheye is basically you have like a spot of oil or grease on here, and as soon as you spray it, you know, and then you'll see where the clear start to separate from that one spot, and then you might as well just re-sand it and start over. So basically, you just want to dry it real good with a clean cloth here. And then what I like to do is I like to take these. I like to turn the oven on and get the oven warm, not hot. I don't want it no 300 degrees. I like to get the oven warm, and I like to set the lenses in the oven, and that gets the plastic hot, so it kind of helps the clear basically dry a little faster. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'll show you, and we'll take this little dude outside and get it cleared for you. See how hot this oven is. So I want to make sure it's warm, but it's not hot, and you don't want it to melt the lens or any lens you have. Now you can also do this outside in the summertime when it's nice and hot. It's just we have the AC running in the house and such like that, so I just want to get the lens warm. So we're looking at about 120 degrees, so that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this lens, and that's also, when you put that in there, not only does it get the plastic warm, but it also helps dry out any extra water that may be in the cracks or crevices or whatever. So like I said, I'm going to let it sit. When that's at about 120, I'm going to let it sit for about a minute or so, because it don't really have to be scorching hot. It just needs to be warm. Alright guys, now that I got it out of the oven, I'm going to try to work around this microphone here so y'all can hear me. So now we got the lens. It's kind of foggy, which it should be. And then we're going to take it. Now this one I like because it sprays like in a fan, like a fan motion. So it kind of sweeps. It's not like a circle or anything like that. So it covers a wide space. So I got to be kind of quiet because we got neighbors out and I don't want to disturb the neighbors. But what you're going to do is when you go to spray, you're going to start at an end and you're just going to work back and forth. Now you don't want to do it so slow and so fast that it starts running, because if you get runs in it, you might as well just start over, sand it down again, start over. So just take it in good swift even motions like this. Just like so. Make sure you get the end cap. I kind of fan it just a minute just to tack up the outer layer, and you hit it again. So just quick sweeps, nothing heavy, because you don't want it to run. It's the last thing you want. Kind of like that so it sits up. And that's pretty much your lens. It went from being ugly to nice and clear and ready to go. So let's go wipe the inside down and take a look at it inside in the light. Alright guys, so there's your lens. That's how you do it from start to finish. Now I want to reiterate to you guys that this is not a permanent fix. This is not like, okay, we're going to do it once and it's going to be done perfect forever. If these things sit outside, if you have a light bar or plastics where they sit outside day in and day out, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, you'll have to redo them probably every 2 years. Okay, just because I mean they won't be nasty, but they will get kind of blurry and foggy again, so you'll have to redo them. But usually the second go around is a little bit easier because you already know what to do. It's a lot faster. So but that's it, man. I mean, you can pretty much do this on anything. Now I will say just a couple tips here. In the summertime, once you spray it, I would let it sit in the sun for at least about 5-10 minutes. Just let it cook, and let the clear really cook and set on it real good. Now in the wintertime, you want to make sure wherever you're spraying, it's going to be warm, because if the lenses are cold and you spray that clear on there, it's going to start cracking. It's going to start doing some weird stuff. It's going to get like real foggy, and it's weird. That's how, I don't know why it does it. So you want to make sure the lenses are warm. So that's why I say, especially in the wintertime, you want to put the lenses like in the oven, get the lenses real warm, and then go out there and hit them with the clear. If you can have room temperature clear as well, that would help you out a lot. It save you a lot of headache as well. But that's how you do it. Yes, it is a little bit of work, but it lasts a while, and they look good. I mean, as you can see, you saw what it looked like. They were pretty nasty at the beginning. These are actually for a customer. He is building something. He's building something and he needs more parts. He's bought some bars from me already, and I just went and picked up some more lenses for him. So these need to be cleaned, and I've actually got to go pick up some more MX7000 soon and get those cleaned as well, get those shipped out because I got a few people that need those. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Don't argue, don't fight. Until next time, guys.